Hello and reacting video. Today we're gonna take a look at a team here with the Chandelure and also even the Shadow Snorlax, which is kinda cool to be honest. I sadly still don't have a good Shadow Snorlax here, but this player definitely has one. The IVs are really decent, especially as the HP stat is the lowest one. Snorlax already has a very high amount of base HP, which is really nice, so it still will be very good here. Very cool Snorlax. Also, it seems to be like best buddied. I'm not sure. Maybe not. No, it shouldn't be actually. I think he didn't best buddy this one, even though they would have the ribbon for it. But yeah, today we're going to take a look mainly at the Chandelure, which is going to be a very interesting Pokemon. Going to be able to hardwall Metagross and also going to be able to hardwall this Everluck as the opponent decides to surrender already. Double weak to fire. A lot of teams are very weak to fire in this meta here because it's basically the only fire type that's viable. I haven't seen anybody else use any other fire type in this meta so far. So yeah, like it's a little bit interesting. We're gonna see how it's all going to turn out. We see a bait here from this player against the Excadrill. I think they're in the Ace rating, but I'm not sure. Let's see what we can see in this gameplay here as we're gonna see them actually completely destroying this Excadrill. They get out the Metagross and they even reach another superpower in time here. Very nice, as we will see that they can now go into their Chandelure. They have to be careful, they have to shield here. One Earthquake will completely destroy you, and even the other move would destroy you as well. But now you can completely hardwall the opponent there, and Charm is still such a strong move in this meta. Right now, in my opinion, by the way, if you want to have the best possible team to run, it's most likely something like Swampert and Double Charm, which is kind of sad, but it's kind of how it is. Or like also you can use Excadrill if you don't have a Swampert. But Swampert would also beat Excadrill leads, which you also see a lot of times. That's why I think Swampert is the best Pokemon. Yeah, we see here they're an Ace rating, 2300 rating, pretty fine. We see them now up against an Electivire. Electivire is actually a funny Pokemon. They don't have anything to deal with this here right now. Has access to Wild Charge and also the Ice Punch. They go for the bait first, which is good for you. You kind of want to shield the next one, to be honest. If this is a Wild Charge, you really want to shield it. It's another Ice Punch. Ooh. And they can go for another move. I think you'll still survive it though. It's going to be the Wild Charge now. Yeah, you're still going to be surviving this, but this thing gets to move so fast as it's actually one of the strongest Pokemon as well. I kind of want to play it, but I don't really want to build anything for this cup, so I most likely won't. But yeah, we will see here the opponent having the Gyarados. Fine for you. You can go ahead and go into your Charm user again, as we see another Metagross in the back. Very lucky matchup so far. You can go ahead and go for one Flame Charge here. This Flame Charge will get most likely a shield, but I think you're actually going to get this thing low enough just by the fast moves alone that you're going to be able to charm him down later on anyway, so I think you're fine here, as you can just... you should have maybe thrown the charge move then, but you will be able to just farm down with one charm now, and also the opponent, I guess they just quit there, because I think you won the game already. We see the next opponent here having a Togekiss in the lead. Pretty sure Togekiss wins this matchup, definitely wins this matchup now. As you get out the Heracross against you. Heracross is actually a really decent Pokemon as well in this meta, being able to resist fighting while still being able to have the fighting type coverage. Also, Rock Blast now for all the flying types is actually one of the best Pokemon, I think. Heracross is maybe one pick that I kind of want to try out myself. I have to see, I have a Hundo already, so I can't play this Pokemon. You can go into this Chandelure, but you're going to go into your Fairy type, which I think is the right play. You have to hope that they're triple weak to fire, to be honest, in order to win anything here. You will be able to go for the Moonblast here, but they have a Snorlax in the back. This looks pretty bad so far, but you're actually definitely still going to be able to go for two Flame Charge, but they swap into their Togekiss. At this point of time, I think they're going to win this game, especially as they can even get the move through here. Very sad though. That was kinda... Snorlax is like literally the only Pokemon that you really don't want to face in the back there with your Chandelure. But they let it go? Why? Okay, yeah. If they shielded, they most likely had a better chance there, but like this is interesting, I would say. Very good game there. Definitely very nice for you. We see an Excadrill coming in here. Also very interesting that you don't go into your Chandelure against Excadrill. I actually like this play because I think Excadrill would be able to win against Chandelure in every shield scenario. Maybe not the two shields, but just outspeeded to the charge moves, and every charge move will KO the Chandelure. So I guess going to the Snorlax is fine, as you're going to be able to get both shields or switch advantage here, which is very nice for you. You get both shields, and I think you just take it here and you just let this move go through, and you are not letting this move go through. I don't think you get to another charge move though, bro. Yep, you don't get to another charge move, but I think they just threw immediately, so you would be able to farm them down in time if the game works exactly. But yeah, I guess you should have let the move go through, because there was literally no benefit for you to not do it. But it is fine, you can farm it down now. But I think they have another steel type in the back there, which is going to be okay for you here. They're going to go for the mirror shot immediately. They have to overfarm a little bit, definitely. It's going to be a very close game still. You can still definitely win this. This is like the most annoying thing about Charm. Charm is just so strong. The Magnezone doesn't have a high defense stat, so you can see how crazy strong Charm is. They even have to throw here. And I think this was their lose con anyway, because now they have no way enough energy to get to another wild charge against the Chandelure there. So it's going to be a good game. Horrible lead for you, as you can go into your Snorlax, which I'm really actually like, having Shadow Snorlax in this meta gives you so much of an advantage. Same with also like Shadow Gyarados, but Shadow Snorlax is just way better. This thing just pressures way more now. I sadly don't have any good ones. I have very good ones for the Ultra and Great League, but not for this cup here, as they can go for more body slams here. The body slam will do some pretty nice damage, and they actually get to another one which would KO the opponent, I think, or even put them into a range where, yeah, actually it just KOs them. Now you can realign. You have to shield here. They have a lot of energy, definitely. They actually can go to 2 moves here. Very bad timing from the opponent in terms of fast move timing, but they can go for an Earthquake and they swap out now into their Gyarados, which you can hard wall with your Sylveon. And Sylveon will have a very nice time here, I think, as this should be a good game already. Even though you lost the lead hard, you will be able to win this game most likely here, as the Aqua Tail will not do anything. You can go for one Side Shock here, and you can just realign your Pokemon, which is very nice. They're actually going to make a very interesting play here, to be honest. They're going to let the Gyarados go down so they can get more farm there. You go for the Flame Charge. I like this play because now your Incinerate's going to do more damage. And you're going to be able to now two-shot them pretty easily, and I guess they cut out the recording before again, which is fine, as we see the Empoleon coming in. They definitely won the game before, so I don't know why they cut out the recording that early though, but it's fine. We see the Empoleon now. It's a little bit tricky. Staying in here is definitely the right call, because you have 2 Pokemon, like you have 1 Pokemon in the back that's really weak to it. Swapping out here is something that you cannot really do, to be honest. Now they stay in, which is good for you, but otherwise, if they would have swapped out immediately, you're basically screwed, because you still have the Empoleon then against your Chandelure in the back. So here, I am pretty sure now that this is most likely a double charm team. I don't know why Empoleon double charm is such a thing, but like, yeah, Empoleon double charm seems to be still a thing in this meta even here, which is kind of crazy. But you will be able to let this move go through, and you can just swap into your Chandelure, and it's actually double charm, but it's sadly the worst charmer that you can face, which is going to be Primarina. I hate this Pokemon. I hate to play against Primarina. It's literally, in my opinion, actually maybe even the best Pokemon in the meta, which I didn't expect to be the case, but they decided to just surrender there anyway, and they had to call the bait, and they didn't call the bait, which is good for you. We see Snorlax here now against the Dragonite. Dragonite will be able to now go for Superpower, which would KO you. You're going to let this go through. Going to be the Superpower, and you will go down, but it's fine for you. You got the shield advantage, and you can go into your Charm user, as this allows you to have now a very good advantage with your Chandelure. If you have Chandelure on your team, you definitely want to try to get a shield advantage with it. Otherwise, it's a little bit tricky to play with it, especially if they face an Excadrill here. Very bad move timing again from the opponent. Allows you to get basically a completely free Incinerate in there, as we see oh, that's going to be a tough one. A Gyarados coming in here. Shadow Ball going to hit, but you are not going to be able to farm all the way down, I think. And this is your only play to farm all the way down. There should not be anything else that you can do here. You're going to go for the charge move, but they will get to a charge move in time before. You will not be able to swap out. And unless Charm plus Moonblast going to do enough damage again, which I actually could see again, I actually think you're still going to win this just because of Charm and Moonblast. Going to be a good game here. I'm not sure if they just sent in their wins, to be honest. It could be the case. if you send in battles, by the way, the link is in the description always, and I would also like to see some losses. Like, it's not that you have to win everything, every game with this team to get featured or anything like this. Losses are something that's very important to learn about, like weaknesses as well. You will not win every game anyway, so like trying to fake something doesn't really help too much. But maybe they just went on the crazy win streak, who knows? Like, I'm not going to say that they faked it or anything like this. We see here that they have a Tangrowth against them, which is actually a funny Pokemon because this Pokemon has access to Rock Slide. Rock Slide will be able to do some nice damage against a Fire type, of course, but they know about it, they shield it, and they will be able to align the Garchomp now against the Chandelure, which they're actually going to either get the shield or win Switchback. They win Switchback, and they see a Metagross coming in. I actually would have stayed in a little bit. You are boosted already, and I think the damage would have been very nice here. They go for Psychic. Are they not running the Media Mesh? Some people run Psychic and Earthquake just for the coverage reasons, which I think is kind of funny. But this is going to be a little bit tricky now, as of course you go actually into the Chandelure. And are you're not going to be able to win this? Definitely not. One Medium. Never mind. They don't run Media Mesh. I forgot about this. Yeah, then you're going to be able to win this as well. It's kinda crazy. This is like when Media Mesh would be very nice for the opponent, as we see another Media Mesh Metagross there, as we see a Dragonite coming in. Very likely to be something like a Gyarados in the back now, which would be a little bit tricky for you. I'm not sure what else could be in the back, to be honest, as we see the Body Slams coming through, getting a shield, which is very nice for you. You can let this move go through again, I guess, and you will be able to try to beat everything with your Chandelure again, as you can go ahead and go into your Sylveon. Sylveon will be able to resist everything, will be able to farm it down, and they wait out the switch clock as well, which is very nice. In general, you play very well. Like, I don't really see too many issues. There was like the one issue where I swapped out in a 1 HP Pokemon, but otherwise I think you play really, really well so far, which is very good for you. I guess you will not have the biggest issues to get higher up, as we see the Garchomp going for 1 Earth Power, which is good for you because Centum would be a little bit problematic. You can go for... Oh, it's going to be tough for you, to be honest. You cannot swap out in time. You have to go for the Flame Charge here right now. They're going to shield it. Can you farm them down? Nah, you can't. Yeah, you're going. This game you should lose, definitely. I'm pretty sure you're going to lose this one at least. Yeah, there's nothing that you can do there, and there's just surrender there, I guess, as well, as they cut off the recording. As we see the next opponent here, having a Milotic coming in. Very cool, seeing a Milotic. Who would ever play a Milotic? Yeah, this could be actually the team that I also made popular back in the day. I know that people got legend with this team before already as well, in the season already, which is cool. Most likely Gyarados on the back, if I would guess, but I'm not sure. We will see. I definitely, I never look at the gameplay before I commentate, so I don't know if they cut it out, or I don't know if there are some other issues. So it's for me also the first time seeing the gameplay. Is that you're gonna go and let this move go through and go for your Sylveon. Going to swap out now, keeping the shields for the Chandelure, but I'm pretty sure they should have another water type in the back. Yep, it's going to be the Gyarados. This is the team that I made popular, like already back in the day when this cup was a little bit more commonly used from Niantic. You have basically no chance of winning this, I think. So, yeah, this should be a good game. There is nothing you can do here anymore. And I think you can just forfeit after this one already, because they have an Excadrill, they have a shield advantage. I mean, what is supposed to happen here? I'm not sure, unless they run Rock Slide only, and even then I don't think so. Yeah, you're just gonna get KO'd by 2 draw runs, and this is going to be a good game. They forfeit, and this is fine. You see a Snorlax in the lead. That's very good for you, because Snorlax is something you don't want to face with your Chandelure, of course. As you're going to be able to take those moves pretty easily here. It's going to be a Body Slam. You can go ahead and go for some Moonblast, or also a Psyshock, whatever you want to go for. We will see here. We see the Moonblast coming through. Moonblast is going to do some pretty nice damage, maybe force the shield. It does force the shield, and you swap out again. I mean, you can do it. Shielding here is also okay-ish. I guess it's fine. Like, you got rewarded basically by getting out the Gyarados here. But if you wouldn't get out the Gyarados, it's kind of tricky to swap out there. But I guess, no, it's fine, because you will be able to do some nice damage against this thing. You really need to get rid of this thing, especially as the waterfall version, as you can now go ahead and go for the full farm down here, And this will be enough to get to another move here against this fairy type, which is going to be the Togekiss. You can go into your Chandelure and you will be able to just completely destroy everything here, I think, with this Pokemon. You're going to go for one charge move here. Flame Charge coming through, getting the shield, and you kind of want to farm down the Snorlax, I guess. You can farm down Snorlax, you can shield here, and you can go for one Shadow Ball to finish off this match. Very cool gameplay so far. I'm pretty sure you're a very decent player. Like, I think you definitely had Legend prior or something, because like the gameplay was pretty clean. I don't really have too many things where I was like, could have played this better. Team itself looks also pretty solid, to be honest. Looks pretty good, to be honest. Like, I don't really have anything other to say about this. Thanks for sending in those builds. If you want to send in some builds, I would appreciate it. Link below in the comment section in the description. And this is going to be it for the video. Thanks for watching. See you next one. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.